while her white colleagues were often offered lucrative deals. A particularly notable example Henson discussed was her role in The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. While her performance earned critical acclaim and an Oscar nomination, she received a fraction of the pay given to her white co-stars, and was even required to cover her own accommodations during filming. She expressed frustration and sadness, explaining that she didn't want to play the victim, but felt that speaking out was necessary for change. In her television career, Henson found success and greater recognition for her role as Cookie Lyon on Empire, a character that became iconic for her charisma, toughness, and loyalty. Empire turned Henson into a household name, and she was celebrated for her bold, fearless portrayal, earning her a Golden Globe for Best Actress in a television series in 2016. Yet, even with Empire's popularity, Henson was candid about her fight for pay equity. In her memoir called Around the Way Girl, she recounted feeling marginalized, even though her character drove much of the show's success. Taraji P. Henson's dispute with Oprah. The recent rumors of a feud between Winfrey and Henson center on The Color Purple's 2023 movie adaptation, where Oprah serves as a producer and Henson stars as the iconic character named Shug Avery. Tensions reportedly arose after Henson voiced frustration over certain production issues, particularly regarding safety and support on set. The movie, which is a musical adaptation of the original 1985 film based on Alice Walker's novel, has been a passion project for both women, making these rumored tensions all the more surprising to fans. The rumors began when Henson gave an interview where she discussed her efforts to advocate for certain necessities on set, describing scenarios where she allegedly felt that cast and crew members weren't given adequate resources. One key complaint was that actors were allegedly expected to drive themselves to set in rental cars, which Henson deemed a safety issue, especially given the crime rates in the area they were filming. In an interview with the New York Times, Henson remarked that this is insurance liability and that it's dangerous. She explained that she had asked for a driver or security for safety reasons.
The shocking feud no one saw coming. Denzel Washington and Oprah Winfrey, two of the most respected figures in Hollywood, were once seen as icons who shared mutual admiration. But something changed, and now, whispers of a fallout have turned into full-blown speculation. What happened behind the scenes that led to this shocking rift? Did Denzel just put an end to Oprah's reign of influence in Hollywood? Let's break it all down.
Was a reasonable request under the circumstances. This comment sparked theories that Henson was allegedly criticizing Oprah, as she was the one in charge of such things. Some fans believed that Henson's demands for additional resources implied that production leadership had neglected the cast's safety and comfort needs. This narrative took on more momentum after some fans noticed an apparent lack of interaction between Henson and Oprah during press events, which they interpreted as a sign of tension. Social media users pointed out body language cues from events such as their joint appearance at the Empire State Building lighting ceremony, claiming the two appeared distant or uncomfortable. Oprah quickly addressed these rumors during a red carpet interview at the Golden Globes, directly countering the narrative that there was any conflict between her and Henson. She acknowledged the online speculation and explained that the decisions on the budget and logistical support were handled by Warner Brothers, not by her personally. Oprah emphasized that she has consistently been an advocate for Henson and the entire cast, noting that she frequently intervened when any production-related issues were brought to her attention. She explained, "Whenever I heard that there was something that someone needed, I would step in and do whatever I could to make it right." Oprah further clarified that any perceived awkwardness at public events was due to external factors, including fatigue and cold weather, rather than interpersonal discord. She dismissed the notion that she had neglected Henson's concerns or failed to support her, reiterating her long-standing commitment to the film and her respect for Henson. According to Oprah, any efforts she made were aimed at ensuring that the production was a positive experience for everyone involved, despite the challenges that naturally arise with large-scale projects like this one. However, when Henson was allegedly asked whether the rumors were true, she confirmed them. She then further expressed dissatisfaction with the working conditions and perceived inequities during the production. She allegedly explained that she really felt unsupported on set regarding safety and transportation. This revelation reflected concerns she's raised before about how black actresses.
The long history between Denzel and Oprah wasn't always like this. Denzel and Oprah have shared the same stage, praised each other publicly, and even collaborated in uplifting black artists in Hollywood. Their interactions seemed warm, and fans assumed they were allies. However, as we dig deeper, cracks in their relationship started appearing much earlier than anyone realized.
Do you feel like the federal government has a strong case when it comes to the criminal matter of what's going on, outside of the freaky nature?
Yeah, by all means, man. I mean, most people are definitely afraid to even walk into a federal courthouse.
Big boys.
Jurors are afraid. Everybody's in awe. So that's advantage federal government, right? The evidence and the public perception that they currently have is strong as well. And I'm going to go ahead and correct myself. Cassie was beat because I got.
There was Cassandra. I don't know what you called her. What'd you say?
I'm not saying
I
that.
mean, we
I'm not saying that again. I'm not saying that again. So to the 2 or 3 people who corrected me on the name, I left it alone. I apologize.
They picky boy.
Hey, you know what? But you know what? Call me out. If you see something and I see it, if I'm wrong, if I see it, I'll chime in. Or if I feel like I'm not wrong, I'll chime in and explain why I said what I said. So I have no problem communicating with your viewers.
So yes, no, as you stated, Cassie, the 1,000 bottles of baby oil, which is not illegal. Again, it's not illegal. But
Is it? Is it not?
Man, listen.
Is it not?
If
Is it flammable?
It's flammable.
No, I'm just asking.
Physically or metaphysically? Like, what are we talking about? Because it can go both ways.
I don't want to know about the metaphysical part of it. But no, I mean, that much of anything, quite honestly, if it could be used to make a bomb, chances are you're not supposed to have it.
It's easy to fix. Hey, we like having oil parties, bathtubs full of oil, and slip and slide.
Is it a fix?
To me, that's the easy.
Is it easy fix?
Yeah, I mean,
Don't say
move
that.
on to the next question.
Don't say that. Don't say
No,
that.
it's like we literally have baby oil wrestling nights.
You know why you don't want
Is
to
that illegal?
It's illegal in the context of
Yes.
how Sean Combs used it. So you don't want to say that. So don't, if Sean Combs, if you see this, Joker should not be your attorney.
Yeah. That's why I did not pass the ball.
Because statements like that are going to get you sent straight. They're going to be like, you don't even need a jury. Just
Listen.
this is your cell right here. This is your cell. You don't want to say that.
But he has to explain that. His lawyer has to explain it.
Well, and watch this.
The infamous interview that started it all, one of the most talked about moments between Denzel and Oprah, dates back to an interview that left Denzel visibly uncomfortable. When Oprah pressed him on a sensitive topic, his response was firm, even defensive. Many believed this moment marked the beginning of underlying tensions. Could this have been the catalyst for what followed?
Garnered attention as Denzel Washington addressed and brought to light her purported reprehensible actions. Denzel delved into a range of allegations, including and usurping roles. Nevertheless, Oprah appears to be someone unwilling to passively witness the unfolding events. Currently, it seems she is countering Denzel, possibly with a hint of intimidation, reminiscent of her actions in the past. Amidst these accusations, certain Twitter users began asserting that Oprah's residence in Boca Raton, Florida, had been raided in connection to a global trafficking ring. Supporters of this claim cited Oprah's previous associations with offenders Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein, Adding to this alarming rumor, Twitter posts propagated the idea that Oprah had been apprehended under suspicion of participating in global trafficking. However, the seemingly bizarre nature of this assertion is due to its lack of truth. Obviously, these rumors are beyond ridiculous, but Oprah felt the need to clear the air anyway. Just got a phone call that my name is trending and being trolled for some awful fake thing. It's not true, she wrote on Twitter. Haven't been raided or arrested, just sanitizing and self-distancing with the rest of the world. Stay safe, everybody. The enigmatic nature of Hollywood is as intriguing as a magician's hat, filled with peculiarities and concealed treasures. From glamorous parties to occasional scandals involving A-listers and the persistent efforts to discreetly handle certain film projects, it's evident that the entertainment industry harbors more secrets than a hidden treasure map. And of course, one cannot overlook the nuanced skill of artist management, akin to the challenging task of herding cats in the world of Hollywood.
A Hollywood trainer was talking to me to force me to go and apologize, right? But
furthermore, it's no secret that celebrities sometimes engage in lighthearted banter about their fellow actors. Consider the iconic Mel Gibson and the everlasting Christopher Walken, for example. Christopher Walken has undoubtedly been a formidable presence in Hollywood, captivating audiences with his distinctive style and adaptability. From eccentric quirks to a diverse range of authentic character portrayals across various film genres, he has stood as an entertainment powerhouse. His unwavering impact on both the silver screen and television has etched an unforgettable place in the hearts of fans.
Kid, come here. Come on, I'll give you a free ride. You do it again. Show this boy. Go ahead.
No, That's terrific, kid. That's terrific.
With a voice that could command a room, a face that could launch 1,000 ships, and an expression so serious it could turn milk sour, Christopher Walken had that spooky presence that made
Hollywood's power struggle. A battle of influence. Hollywood is a place where influence determines success. Oprah, with her massive media empire, has long been seen as one of the most powerful figures in the entertainment industry. Denzel, on the other hand, has always carved his path on his own terms, refusing to play into the Hollywood political games. Could their differing philosophies be at the heart of this conflict?
gone. Walken specialized in playing characters that were so intense, they'd send shivers down your spine faster than a roller coaster.
You're a terrific actor, and you've portrayed many types of people, but you clearly you like to play an evil character, don't you?
Well, sure, I like to work.
It's no surprise that when fellow celebrities watched him regularly don the cloak of such serious and scary roles, they couldn't help but associate him with those characters. Some might say that people were more scared of Walken off-screen than on, just like the case with Denis Villeneuve. Once, Patrice Vermette, the production designer of Dune 2, also stated in an interview that the Deer Hunter actor's casting as the film's villain was an easy choice, calling it a no-brainer because of the general image he possessed in the industry. He said, "Speaking of villains, the movie will finally introduce the Padishah Emperor Shaddam IV in the flesh." And Villeneuve made it clear that casting Christopher Walken in the role was a no-brainer because there's something about that man that commands respect. Walken's bone-chilling aura even managed to give the charismatic Mel Gibson a serious case of the heebie-jeebies during their first encounter. This peculiar meeting from the annals of Hollywood history resurfaced in a vintage 1998 interview, where Mel Gibson spilled the beans on his rather unsettling take on the movie industry. The interview went viral, setting the online community abuzz with wild conspiracy theories in the wake of Gibson's comments. He acknowledged, "I thought, oh no, Chris Walken is the Antichrist, you know." Gibson's comment about Walken was not right because, despite his looks and eerie aura, he is a legendary actor who has contributed to Hollywood with his captivating performances. Well, it appears that those who dared to speak about the legendary actor might have felt the icy winds of disapproval from some of Hollywood's elite. Recently, Mel Gibson has been toiling away on a rather controversial movie, and the latest buzz is quite the showstopper. Word on the street is that the film has achieved a jaw-dropping milestone, breaking the $150 million barrier at the box office, and its meteoric rise seems far from running out of steam.
And they don't have a lot of 3D special effects, but they do operate on a higher level.
Despite the persistent efforts of woke Hollywood and the liberal news media to put a damper on things, this film has not only recouped its production costs, but has managed to bankroll a whopping tenfold return. It's now etching its name in the annals of box office history as one of the most astonishing triumphs of all time.
If I put down exactly what happened, it's too hard to take. No, there have been a lot of obstacles thrown in the way. You know, there's a lot of What would you call it?
It's absolutely mind-boggling how Hollywood is seemingly going all out to give this movie the cold shoulder. The movie has seemingly reignited the spotlight on Hollywood, and it's raising eyebrows all around.
Denzel's refusal to bow to Hollywood elites. Unlike many actors who align themselves with influential figures for career longevity, Denzel has always maintained a strong stance on integrity. He has spoken out against Hollywood's obsession with politics and manipulation. Was this a direct shot at Oprah and her empire?
Do you think it's true when people say, oh, Diddy will never be fully exposed because there's too many huge names involved in the mix?
Oh, I agree. That don't matter. We get enough of them.
Will he make it out alive, Jack?
There's a young woman by the name of Andrea right now doing interviews, suggesting that she was tipped off by someone with inside the feds who said they saw her on some of the evidence seized. They said she was sedated, and they said she was being essayed by multiple men at the same time, which we know is called a train. And she tried to elude that allegedly our 47th president-elect was involved somehow. Do I know if that's true or not? I do not know. But I tell you what I do know. If they try to attach Trump to any of this freak-out foolishness, they all as good as dead anyway.
Jack, I don't know how you know this stuff, but you be knowing the future. You just know everything. Where does this Diddy trial go? What happens? Can you tell us what you think?
It's a RICO. And all those freak-off attendees who endorsed Kamala Harris have now become clear enemies of the Trump administration. Ain't nobody getting no pardon. Diddy about to get some company. And with Trump's new agenda to shut down government funded trans, now that he's shutting all that down and reinstilling, going back to just the recognition of two genders, a lot of the people that was endorsing Kamala.
Oprah's influence and her controversial friendships over the years. Oprah has been criticized for her close ties with some of Hollywood's most controversial figures. From Harvey Weinstein to other power players, many have questioned her connections. Did Denzel finally decide he wanted nothing to do with that circle?
Tony Busby, I'm a lawyer here in Houston. I'm licensed in Texas and in New York. As many of you know, our law firm has been at the forefront of some of the most important litigation in the United States. We like the tough cases. We thrive in the complicated cases. Conduct we will describe today occurred over more than 20 years. And we're going to follow this evidence wherever it takes us. We will find the silent accomplices. We will expose the enablers who enable this conduct behind closed doors. We will pursue this matter, no matter who the evidence implicates.
The entertainment industry is cooked. Can you imagine how many other famous people and big executives are probably involved in this?
These brave victims who have stepped forward deserve nothing less. The biggest secret in the entertainment industry that really wasn't a secret at all has finally been revealed. The wall of silence has now been broken and victims are coming forward. Our team has had at this point more than 3,285 individuals contact us, people claiming to have been victimized by Sean Combs. We now represent 120 individuals who intend to bring civil claims in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs.
So they said they vetted. That's what it cut out right there, but they were vetted. 120 people.
Claims against many other individuals and entities that we will name as defendants as we file these individual cases. We also intend to make these individuals available to the authorities, specifically to the FBI. And you should also know a few of them have already been spoken to by the FBI. That being said, as stated, we are vetting every call that we receive. We have had to turn away some. For each, we ask for corroboration. For each, we ask for the identity of witnesses. We also have collected pictures, videos, texts. We check venues. We check dates. We want to corroborate that the claims being made have legitimacy and merit. We have on staff now a former detective from the Major Offenders Unit of Houston Police Department who is helping us vet each claim. We're using our common sense. We're being stringent because, as I said, these are not easy cases. They're very tough. The process is hard, and in some cases, the process is very lengthy. These cases are hard to prove. Many times, it's the victim's word against the alleged perpetrator. Each of these victims will no doubt be publicly attacked by the alleged perpetrators, and in some cases, the general public. The feckless and cowardly keyboard warriors love to attack. We know what we're up against.
Wait, is there anyone in support of Diddy? Is that a thing? Does Diddy actually have diehard fans that aren't like shitting on him right now? I've literally never seen a single one. Everyone's just like, yeah, this guy's a fucking psycho.
As I said, our law firms have been retained by 120 individuals at this point to pursue cases in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs. It is evenly divided between males and females. There are 60 males and 60 females who have joined us to pursue these claims as plaintiffs. In this group, 62% identify as African American, 30% are white, and the remainder are Hispanic or Asian. The victims are from more than 25 states. The majority are from California, New York, Georgia, and Florida.
This guy's a fucking menace.
I want to focus on the ages of these victims. When we talk about the ages of the victims when the conduct occurred, it's shocking. Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old.
Okay, I didn't know about that. I thought this, what the I swear in my life I did not know about that part. Oh no.
We have an individual who was 14 years old. We have one who was 15. 25 of the 120 individuals who are plaintiffs in these cases were minors at the time.
Recent reports suggest that something major happened behind the scenes, a breaking point that led to Denzel cutting ties completely. Was it a disagreement over politics, ethics, or something more personal? Insiders claim that Denzel had enough of the Hollywood machine, and Oprah represented everything he stood against.
Got one right now, too,
Damn. Nigga, what's the going rate right now?
Well, I'll send you a video.
Damn, okay. Shit.
In this situation, they have 50 on me.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, damn.
50 ball. Yeah, damn. That's a... Nigga, what?
They have 50 on me. They have 50 on me, bro.
And if you don't mind while you put that up, can you speak on why? I mean, I know you're about to send it, but for what reason? Is it something you said, something you done, a female you protected? Maybe it went too far.
Right. So like I had referenced earlier, like my main business model is protecting females who got the proper resources. So these guys had hold on, I'm gonna send you that video. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get that right now before I forget. So matter of fact, let me just do this before I start, because this is a dark topic, right? Fuck. You can see some stripping. Oh, bro. Trying to get interested. Oh, okay, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. All right, Joker, coming to you right now.
Oh. Yeah, so this is what you did to the young man.
Yeah. So that's when I had 50 on me. Yeah, I had to shoot through the door. And like the dude who said call 911, he got hit in the neck, hit a heart, shot blood all through the ceiling on the porch, everywhere. Oh, let me get it right.
Hollywood reacts to the fallout as news of their alleged fallout spreads. Celebrities and industry insiders have begun weighing in. Some are taking Oprah's side, while others are standing behind Denzel. The division is clear, but one thing is certain: this is not a small dispute.
That story came out, or when the first story of that came out, they said, ain't no way that this man here will be with underage people, boy or girl. But it's like almost too many cases. What are your thoughts when you hear underage in Diddy in the same sentence of any type of sexual contact?
People said the same thing about R. Kelly. They said that there's no way, and it turned out to be true. What I've learned is, like the most, I've been to Billionaires Row. Like the most wealthiest guys I ever met have strange quirks, I would say. Like some of the richest dudes I know, they like being tied up and things along those lines. And there are 150,000 unaccounted for children that cross the border every year that are unaccounted for. There is a certain level of darkness that comes with levels of high wealth, because Rook just asked me right now that I think that he could rape somebody. You know, these are people who are not used to being told no. And like, I know a gentleman who has a yacht, right? The yacht probably costs like $200 million. And there's an entire staff that stays on this yacht. They stay for 6 months, the other staff come for the next 6 months. So if you got enough money, you can buy a person. You can buy their time. So that's the level of what's going on.
Now, there's been a lot of alleged saying that him with different celebrities in videos exist, both male and female. Do you know that to be true?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I seen some stills of some tapes being shot.
Fans choose sides in the feud. Social media has exploded with debates over who is in the right. Longtime fans of both Denzel and Oprah are shocked by the apparent division. Some argue that Denzel is standing up for integrity, while others believe Oprah's influence is simply too powerful to challenge.
He pretty much won the lawsuit. But you know, it was explained that in these lawsuits there's a morality clause. Do you think that his battle against this liquor company could have been what set this off actually, or was this only inevitable?
Well, you gotta look at it. We all thought he owned Ciroc.
For sure.
He felt like eventually he would be able to get some ownership stake. He didn't. And these issues really started for him once he went after them. Because shortly thereafter, he sold Revolt TV. And anybody who follows him, Revolt TV was his baby. He worked hard on that.
Facts.
So once that was sold, I knew the end was near at that point. Because, you know, just like Gucci Mane, when he went to jail, he passed his artist contracts off to people who could hold them and fulfill the details while he was gone. That's what they do. They pass it off to people who can put it in a shell corporation. You can have a corporation that have an anonymous owner. So once I seen Revolt get sold, I knew the end. I knew there was going to be a tumultuous path for him for sure.
Did you feel like it was Diddy's, or do you feel like he was careless towards leading up to this? Like, just I know you had mentioned him, just the way he's moving. You know, he's even him coming to New York, lollipops. Do you feel like he was moving like very careless, and where like that's why you don't have a bond? That's why, you know, you weren't strategic enough in this whole thing.
Absolutely, because the agreement was that as long as his private jet wasn't in the same state as him, he would be able to stay on the street. The moment that jet came in New York, he got arrested. And then you got to think about it, like, they got him on audio calling witnesses, trying to get them to change the story. That's extremely careless.
Yes.
It's almost as if he was used to having someone protecting him.
They say he's snitching on Jay-Z. Is that a real thing?
You don't want to say Jay-Z on it, bro. Out of respect to y'all,
Yeah. Okay, so that's good.
For sure.
All right, so we're gonna. They say they're snitching. Diddy's snitching. Is that a real thing?
Could this mark the end of Oprah's influence? Oprah's influence has been nearly untouchable for decades, but is this the moment where her grip on Hollywood begins to fade? With recent backlash surrounding some of her decisions, and now this major fallout, could Denzel's stance be a signal that Hollywood is moving in a new direction?
A-listers invited to this swanky $3 million bash. You know, Diddy throws the best parties in Hollywood, so when you get an invite from him, it's like a golden ticket. And of course, Denzel did what any celeb would. He showed up. Denzel showed up at Diddy's party all smiles, but something must have gone down because he wasn't looking too happy when he left. Makes you wonder what he saw or what happened at the party to change his mood like that. Denzel bolted from the party, not even bothering to fake interest in the after party. Caught by the paparazzi outside, his face screamed disgust. Those photos and videos of him leaving, They went viral, sparking all sorts of rumors. Everyone's guessing something wild must have happened there, and Denzel was definitely not cool with it. So, Denzel, who hasn't been seen at any of Diddy's wild parties since that day, and hasn't spilled the beans about what he saw, might finally be ready to spill the tea on Diddy. It seems Diddy might have managed to hush up everyone else who tried to come forward, but doing the same with Denzel, that's a whole different story. Denzel is just at the point where he's sending warnings to Diddy, but some other celebs have really stepped it up, not worrying about the fallout, calling him out whenever they can. They're not holding back about his iffy business moves or the stuff he's mixed up in. Take Mace, for example. He was part of Diddy's crew and they were pretty close. But in 2019, he blew the whistle on Diddy over Instagram, saying how unfair Diddy was in his business deals. Mace recently took to Instagram to call out some past business practices. He suggested that artists were not fairly compensated, pointing out how they contributed to the success and iconic status of the Bad Boy label, which even led to an award. It's a reminder of the complex dynamics behind the music scene. Mace's post sparked significant controversy on social media, yet Diddy remained unfazed. He had never formed a close bond with Mace and consistently showcased his wealth, demonstrating that he was unstoppable. So, there's this ex-Bad Boy Records rapper Mark Curry, who's also been in the trenches with Diddy and apparently saw some pretty rough stuff back in the day. Curry went ahead and spilled all the tea in a book he dropped in 2009 called Dancing with the Devil. In it, he basically calls Diddy the devil, saying he's this businessman who took advantage of his team, just like Mace said. It turns out Curry saw some pretty shady stuff from Diddy, not just in business. He shared this story about a time Diddy got into a fight with his ex, Kim Porter, on a yacht and actually broke her nose. And there's more. Diddy supposedly hit a producer because he caught them chatting with Porter on a phone line he had tapped. But wait, it doesn't stop there. Recently, DaBaby came out with his own bad experience with Diddy.
Denzel's legacy versus Oprah's empire. Both Denzel and Oprah have built legacies that will be remembered for generations. However, their approaches to power, fame, and influence couldn't be more different. Denzel's refusal to compromise has made him one of Hollywood's most respected actors, while Oprah's empire has been built on relationships and connections. Which legacy will stand the test of time?
Me and him been outside together 15 years. Well, that's small. He's the reason I'm alive right now. You feel me? Like, he don't really care about money like that. Like, he don't really care about a lot of this. As long as he got his jewelry, he got his cup, he got his gun, and we doing our thing, he cool.
Yeah, that's all you need in life.
So, you know, whenever I know I got a situation coming up and, you know, the risk of dying is high, dude, I gonna make sure he there. That's what he like to do. Right. But anywhere I take my boy, I have to give him certain guidelines. On this particular day, I say, bro, I don't know what we're gonna see in here, but we get $2,500 apiece to keep these two models right here safe at this event. Don't get out of my eyesight. He said, Gordo, that's my nickname, Gordo. I said, Gordo, I love you, but I gotta go to the bathroom. I said, okay, bro, the bathroom over there, I think. So I'm over here dealing with them. About 30 seconds ago, I hear, he got a gun. I'm like, I instantly know, I say, fucking do God. I look over there, I see he got joined up and it's out and he pointed it at somebody. He said, hey man, everybody get on the ground. So now here I go, I gotta say, y'all stay right there. I come over here. 5 dudes in the bathroom. Everybody pants at their ankles. One dude didn't even have no pants on at all. He even had no socks on. He getting extra crazy. I'm like, dude, what you just see? He say, bro, these motherfuckers in here all pulling each other. I'm like, what you mean? He say, man, sword fighting in here. Hey, we gotta go. I'm looking like, damn. Shout out Big Duga.
Shout out Big Duga.
Yeah.
Shout out Big Duga. Damn.
That's the thing, bro. Like, bro, these, bro.
So, let's do it like this. Let me ask you.
Niggas would get mad at me. I wouldn't plug them with celebrities. And I say, look, bro, you don't know what you asking for. And when I see certain guys, I say, yeah, you definitely getting your cake stuck. Because you too thirsty to go be up here 5 in the morning? You want to be in a studio with all dudes? Everybody on ecstasy and cocaine? They sipping liquor? There's no females here? You the females, my boy.
Shit.
You the female. Oh no.
Now, Chris Columbus had a story that he told where he was laying down with his wife, and he got a phone call from Diddy like at 2 in the morning, saying, "I'm at the hotel." And
the business impact of their fallout, this feud isn't just about personal differences. It could have real business implications. With major Hollywood studios, brands, and networks closely watching, could this conflict impact future deals for both Denzel and Oprah? Are we witnessing a power shift in Hollywood?
The Diddy program.
Well, no. My friend had to do a number 2, and she was on stage, and he wouldn't let her be relieved, and so she ended up doing it on stage in front of everybody, and it was a wet one, and it went everywhere. It was so nasty, and Denzel was disgusted. He grabbed his wife and was like, "You don't respect nobody," and ran up out of there.
Did you see people react like that a lot, or were most people going with the flow?
It was so much going on. The people that noticed reacted, but it was just so much going on. If you weren't right there in that vicinity, you didn't even know. It was too much going on. But yeah, everybody, and everybody was just walking around zombied out. Like after a certain time, when you would make the announcement, if you don't want, the regular party's over, if you don't want to participate in what goes on after. It's just interesting. I just want to bring up Justin Bieber for a second. Shout out to Justin Bieber, man. I'm a Justin Bieber fan. I want to work with him. Man, I have such empathy for you. You are a strong person, Justin. Shout out to you in your heart. You sing when I hear the pain. Now when I listen to your music, I hear the pain in your voice, Justin. All you wanted to do was sing. Your mother caught you playing your guitar, singing, and thought, let me help my son out. Let me focus on what God, let me nurture this talent. And she thought she was doing the right thing by taking that video to Scooter Braun. And I'm sure Scooter Braun probably thought he was doing the right thing taking to Usher. But Usher, why you do him like that? You need your ass kicked, Usher. Usher, you need your ass kicked. You need to get slapped or something, Usher. You knew what Diddy was going to do to him. What'd you get by taking him over there? And then you had the nerve, he signed to you? So you've been making money off of him after you get him abused like that? You owe him all his money back. Are you Diddy number 2, 3, 4, Usher? Running around here. I mean, this is ridiculous, y'all. Hey, I'm on a live, y'all. Stop calling me when I'm on a live. That's disrespectful. I'm on live. Stop calling me.
Jaguar Wright is watching. She's in the chat.
Hi, Jaguar. I love you. Oh, I love if I can work with her. She sings so good. Hey, tell Fox to stop calling me. Jaguar Wright is on the.
Purple Rain. Purple Rain.
Tell him to stop. He keep calling. He called 5 times. I don't even know what. Man, he gonna make me talk mess. Tell him to stop. That's ridiculous.